Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is my birthday. Hey. I am turning 35 years young. I still feel 21 to be completely honest. Anybody else in the 30s club, do you guys still feel like super young? If you do, give this video a thumbs up or comment down below and let me know you are in the 30s club like myself. But I am so grateful for you guys. Thank you for all the sweet comments and messages on Instagram. I literally have no words on how grateful I am because of you guys, and also the beauty companies that support me as well. Like today I'm just like in awe, to be honest. You may ask, why am I filming on the day of my birthday? And it's because work never stops. And I'm very excited, you guys, because Onesize Beauty just launched their full coverage foundation. And I literally got this. Oop, I got foundation on the box. So I was doing some swatches for you guys. But when I saw this, I was like, I need to film this. And honestly, you guys, good timing, because today I'm gonna go get pizza for my birthday. So we're gonna go celebrate with my husband and my sister and my dad again. We literally celebrated my birthday this past Sunday, but we're gonna go again and just grab something to eat for my birthday. But so I thought, you know what? It's 3 o'clock and it's perfect because we're gonna go at 6 p.m. and I wanna do a wear test with this foundation. And I've been so excited to try this. You guys know I am a full coverage 2016 girly. Don't get me wrong, I love myself a nice semi-matte foundation. I've been loving how my skin looks more like my skin. And I think the older that I'm getting too, I'm noticing that I'm not liking a super full coverage foundation. But that does not mean that I don't wear a full coverage foundation, because I still do. With Onesize, you guys, I absolutely love these two products. If you guys haven't played with them yet, this one's the Secure the Blur. I've used this primer literally with a skin tint, BB cream, CC cream, full coverage foundation. Like, I've literally used this primer with everything, and I cannot lie, you guys, my makeup literally lasts all freaking day. And I've noticed that when I don't wear this primer and I wear my Milk Hydro primer, obviously with the Milk Hydro, it's gonna leave the skin a little bit more glowy, more hydrating, and this will definitely keep your face more on the matte side. So if you have not played with this, I love this one a lot more than their other one. Then this one, the Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Primer. For some reason, like, como que no me gustó tanto este, like, I'm really obsessed with this one. But if you are super oily, of course I recommend this one to you guys, but I think you can still get away with just using this one. And then of course, I love this setting spray. This is the Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. You guys, legit, these two together, chef's kiss. So with this foundation, you guys, I'm just so excited to try. Again, Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation is gonna be available in Sephora, onesizebeauty.com, and of course TikTok shop. Let's give you guys some info on this new foundation. So they're gonna have 38 shades. They're gonna have deepest, dark deep, medium dark, medium, light, and fair. So we have a foundation for a lot of different skin tones, and hopefully you guys can find your match. It is gonna retail for $44, and it has 16 clean ingredients, weightless, long wear, full coverage, and has a soft matte finish, waterproof, and sweat proof. So I'm excited for that. So the sponge is also going to retail for $19. It's designed with a unique colloid, I don't know if I'm saying that right, shape for infinite uses. This ultra soft ergonomic tool smoothly applies the makeup from liquids and creams to powders. Antibacterial treatment, water soluble dye, latex free, vegan, and cruelty free. I'm really curious to use it because the shape is pretty odd and nothing I have ever seen before. When I'm applying my foundations, I like when my sponge is, once I get it wet, it's nice and like esponjadito and I can squish and it feels really soft. I don't like using a sponge that when you still get it wet, it's super hard, and I feel like my foundation does not apply nicely. So there has to be a nice cushiony feeling to it. Ellos me mandaron 3 foundations. They sent me the shades light 40, light 40, light 35, and then we have a light 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in because we're gonna add the primer and then we're gonna see which foundation best fits me. All right, so the first one we have is light 20. I think this one might be a little bit too light for me. Yeah, I can tell. Well, actually, not too bad. Will be perfect for winter because I feel like in the winter, sí estoy más güerita for sure. Okay, next up we have light 35. Yes. When it comes to my foundations too, you guys, me gusta when it has a more golden, warmer undertone. I don't like foundations that are pinky pinky or peachy shade on me. I don't know why, I just don't like them. I feel like I always end up gravitating more towards a warmer tone. This color, it's a little bit too yellow, I feel like, but I still kind of like it a little bit more than I do this one. I can already tell you that this foundation is gonna be full coverage. I think I'm gonna go into light 35, you guys. This one right here in the middle, because I feel like, or maybe I can mix both of these, because I feel like this one is too light for now. And I feel like I'm gonna like this one a lot better. Perfect shades though, to be honest. I feel like I can definitely use these for different types of occasions. So Onesize, thank you. First things first, primer. And I love to apply this only in my T-zone. Actually, you guys, before I get this wet, look at this sponge. Look how it's shaped. That is so weird how I'm gonna use this. I wonder if you just hold it like this and then you just use this side, oh yeah, to apply the foundation. That's a good grip. I really like that. The sponge did expand, you guys. It got pretty big. So that's a good thing. And it also feels very, very soft. So not hard whatsoever. So now I'm really curious how this is gonna perform. So again, I'm gonna use the shade light 35. I'm gonna go in with 2 pumps. I'm gonna pick it up and let's just start. I have acne right here, so let's see if it covers it. I also have a lot of redness, if you guys can see, but so far, this sponge applied my foundation so fast. So it's like the perfect size. And I have a big head, so that says a lot. You guys can automatically tell when it's a full coverage foundation porque luego, like, it covers up your skin. Does that make sense? I feel like when it's like a more luminous, more hydrating foundation, like you can still see a little bit of skin peeking through, and not with this one. I feel like as soon as you apply it, you can tell right away that it is going to be full coverage matte foundation. And then with whatever I have left, I'm just gonna apply it on this side of my forehead. I don't think I'm gonna add another layer. It doesn't say that it's buildable. And I feel like mostly full coverage foundations, you don't have to be buildable, because then I feel like that's when it turns into like more cakey. This is perfect for me just because we're still gonna go in with concealer, blush, bronzer, all those other products. So I feel like this is like the perfect amount. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, but you guys can tell right away how well it covered up my redness using the same side that we first started off with. You guys see how big this sponge is, that you can literally do your entire foundation super quick. Like if you're in a hurry, girl, this sponge is gonna be everything. Now I'm just curious to see how the rest of my products are going to apply on top of this. So let me go ahead and do that really quick, do my makeup. Again, it's not gonna be nothing too crazy because we're just gonna go get pizza. And then I'll hop on really quick to spray myself down and let you guys know what I think about it. But so far so good. So far so good. I told you guys my makeup was gonna be very, very natural. I didn't go too crazy, so I didn't do my makeup how I usually would do it if I'm going to like a baile or something like that. I literally just added cream blush, polvo bronzer, so like translucent bronzer, no cream contour. I did apply my concealer, my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and then just my Onesize translucent powder. So and that's it. I want to keep it very natural. Of course, I could definitely do another look with this foundation with my full beat makeup, but I do have some thoughts right now with this foundation. So definitely, if you are dry, you are not gonna like this foundation, because I can tell right away that I have to maybe moisturize a little bit more with this foundation, but it could also be because I am combo. So I'm just noticing that this foundation can definitely grab onto any dry patches. Obviously, it is a matte, semi-matte foundation, full coverage foundation, so it's extremely important that you do your skincare before you apply this foundation. But overall, you guys, I love the full coverage. I love the shade. It definitely matches me so perfectly. So with the wear test, we're definitely going to see if it does oxidize or if it does change color once I get back from dinner. Pero overall, I feel like it looks really pretty. The only thing too is that on my nose, when I was applying my bronzer on my nose, the foundation did start to move a little bit. So I might try maybe a different primer with this foundation, but mostly matte foundations are silicone based, and this is a silicone based primer, so they should work really well together. But I'm just noticing that on my nose, like I had to be very careful when applying my bronzer, because like the foundation started to move and separate. You guys can see it right here in the close-up of what I'm trying to say. I think this foundation might be a little bit too dry for my liking or for my skin, but we definitely have to see and try it out and see how long it does last. Of course, if it's sweat proof, because because right now it is about 100 degrees. So we will definitely put it to the test. Or maybe also because I am combo. And maybe like my skin doesn't like, no, because I feel like my soft matte foundation doesn't act like this. Like whenever I contour my nose, like my foundation does not move. So I don't know if maybe it's just this foundation. I always give this tip when it comes to trying a new foundation, new concealer. Ask for samples, especially at Sephora. They give you samples to take home. Try it to see if it's for you before you go out and buy the actual bottle. But I mean, so far I like how full coverage it is. I really like that. It doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't feel cakey either at all. And let's set our makeup. I'm gonna go into the Until Dawn mattifying, again, waterproof setting spray. Let's shake this. I'm gonna hold my breath because this stuff is strong. It smells so good, but it's so strong. All right, ladies, so it is currently 4 p.m. and we're heading out to dinner like around 6. When I get back, I'll probably be back like around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I don't know exactly what time, but I will hop on here and give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation and how it wore for those amount of hours. I will see you guys in a few hours. I want to make sure I don't have any food in my teeth, but I do, so I apologize. I wanted to record this video really quick, you guys, with my outro before I go to bed. So what do you guys think? So the only thing that I'm noticing that is starting to get a little bit oily is obviously the tip of my nose. And the oils are barely peeking through, you guys. So it is currently 8:24 p.m. So we've had this foundation on for about 4 hours, and the fact that my nose is barely legit, you guys, like barely, the oils are barely peeking through is a good sign. I mean, especially if you are extremely oily, I think you're really going to love this foundation. Now, if you are dry, I definitely feel like this will probably not be a good foundation for you. Usually matte foundations, I highly recommend people who have dry skin to stay away from them and usually go with a more glowy, more hydrating foundation. But if you are a oily or combo girly like myself, I think you're really going to love this. The fact, you guys, that look at the side of my face. Usually when I'm wearing like a different foundation that is more hydrating, you can tell right away, like especially my cheek area where it starts to get more oily. And the fact that this kind of low-key still looks pretty matte is insane. Like this actually looks really, really good. The only thing though that I will say is that you do have to be careful because it will grab onto like any dry patches that you have on your skin. So just make sure that you are exfoliating, also doing your skincare before you apply this foundation because it will grab onto any dryness on your skin. When it comes to longevity, this is going to last you for sure a whole night. So if you're going to a concert, if you're going to a wedding, una fiesta afuera, I was literally outside in this heat, you guys. Of course, the rest of the products are amazing for sure. Their translucent powder, the primer, the setting spray, all of that combined definitely gives you a really matte finish foundation or finish. So if you don't like a super, super matte finish, then I would definitely, suggest like mix, with a different primer if you want something a little bit more hydrating, but you still want a full coverage foundation, which I think is what I'm gonna try next, you guys, is going with a more hydrating foundation, primer, and then slapping this one on top with, I'm gonna try it with my Hydro Grip Primer, and maybe that will make a difference when it comes to like it not grabbing onto like my dry patches because I'm wearing a more hydrating primer, even though you're not supposed to mix a water-based primer with a silicone foundation. But I've done that before and I've never had an issue, me personally, depending on the brand for sure. But I think I'm gonna try that and see if maybe, oh, the sponge too, you guys, I definitely loved using this when I came to apply my foundation. I feel like for the concealer, it kind of is a little harder to get underneath the eyes because I feel like it's a little bit too big. But if you want to use the sponge to apply your foundation, like you can literally apply your foundation within seconds. You guys saw in the demo. I love how soft it is. So I feel like, it's not a bad sponge. I really don't mind it. But for $19, to be honest, I feel like it is more on the pricey side. And I love to use these sponges from Amazon. You get a pack for like, I think $9 and you get like 6 of them and they're amazing sponges. So at the end of the day, when it comes to the sponge, I feel like it's totally up to you and your own personal preference. But do I feel like $19 is a little expensive for a beauty sponge? Yes, because even the regular original beauty blenders, like I don't even buy those because I feel like they're too expensive. So I definitely say that I think I personally wouldn't buy this on my own for $19. I would just stick to like my regular beauty sponge. If you guys are interested in buying this, like I really did like it for sure. It's a good quality sponge. Oh, and I also love that I'm able to like grip my hand like this with it as well, and you have many options also to use, you know what I mean? Like if you were to use this side, you can use this side, switch it over, you can use this side and that side. So I guess $19? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think it's worth $19? I also just saw on Onesize Instagram, so the foundation, you guys, and the sponge goes live on the Sephora app on September 23rd. And if you want to buy it on the Sephora regular site, or even TikTok shop or onesizebeauty.com, that's going to be available September 24th. So I will link all of those dates down below for you guys. And those are my thoughts. Am I obsessed with it though? I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no, because I feel like I still really want to play with it with a different primer, or maybe even try it when I do like a full beat, you know what I mean? Like my regular cream contour, all my other good stuff, and really see if it's like a must, you know? But I don't hate it. Like I don't think it's bad at all. The only negative thing, like I said, that I have about this foundation is just that it will grab onto your dry areas, but it still feels very comfortable on the skin, and it doesn't look cakey, which is something that I love when it comes to like really heavy full coverage foundations, especially matte. I want to enjoy them without it looking super cakey, you know? And this does not look cakey, and a little bit definitely goes a long way as well. And I also kind of want to try this with a brush. Usually I do use a brush to apply my foundation, so maybe because this does soaks up more product, maybe that's why I felt like when I was blending out the contour on my nose, it lifted a little bit more. Maybe because like this gives like a more natural, which is definitely the look that I was going for today, but I definitely want to try this actually with a brush. So to be continued, you guys. I don't want to give you a yes or a no from my side, but do I hate it? No. You guys are literally seeing the outcome and the results of using this foundation for literally only 4 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one up to you. You guys let me know down in the comments, what do you think? How does it look on me? Are you gonna give it a try? And remember, you guys, when it comes to like new foundations, like I said, feel free to go into Sephora, get a sample before you buy the actual bottle, or buy the bottle, and if you know, try it on for a few days, see if it is for you, and if it's not, worst case scenario, you take it back and get your money back. But again, like I say in almost all my videos, whatever works for me may not work for you, and also vice versa. You just gotta try it out and see if it is your cup of tea. But that is the video for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you so much. I will also link the setting spray, the primer, and the translucent powder that I used today down below. Definitely check out that description box. So not too bad, Onesize, not too bad. I love you guys. Have a beautiful night and a great weekend. Besitos. Bye.